you're here because you want to achieve your first pull-up, or if you have achieved it, wanting to increase the rep. So in this video, I'll be showing you how I went from struggling to do even easier variation to my first pull-ups using weights and calisthenics, and also combine both of them together. Now the first and most important step of this process is warming up. Starting your sets without properly warming up will both reduce your performance and also increase your chances of injury. Warming up can be in the form of dynamic stretching or doing easier variation with calisthenics or using lighter weight if you prefer the machine. The scapula pull-up. Now for this exercise, all you need is something to hang on, and then use your scapula to pull you up. An easier variation of the scapula pull-up, you can also do them in a row position. You can try just a passive. This will also build your grip strength. Doing shoulder dislocators. This is one of my favorite. It doesn't just properly warm up your shoulders, but it also helps a lot with your shoulder mobility. Using lighter weights is also a good idea if you're using a machine. Start with a lighter weight and work your way up. So if you don't want to spend any money equipment or you can't afford any, calisthenics will be a great way for you to start your fitness journey. There are many progressions to a pull-up. If you can find a calisthenics park within your local area, that would be great. Rows starting from the wall. Now first you want to find a column to hold on and then put your feet next to it and then roll. I prefer using a ball. What you want to do is find the right height for yourself. If you want it to be harder, go lower. If you want it to be easier, go higher. And the further your feet goes forward, the harder it is. Now you want to work your way up to vertical roll. Jackknife pull-up. For this you want to find the right height. Hang high enough that your butt is a bit over the ground. Now if you want to control the height, you can also buy some gymnast rings. These are the gymnast rings that I use. I mean, it's the only one I can find in my country, so just I'll link it down below. Pull-up eccentrics. It is a really great exercise before or even after you can do pull-ups. Now you want to find something to hold on. Grab it firmly and jump so your chin is over the bar. That is your starting position. Now after that you want to go down slowly and then you repeat. Now if you prefer using weights, lat pull-downs are pretty good. They are mainly an isolation exercise targeting your upper back, but you can still use this to build up to your first pull-up. You can start with lighter weights, of course, and then work your way up until you can do your own body weight. By then you can probably do your first pull-up, or you can combine the two by using calisthenics for compound exercises and weights for isolation exercises. Now once you're done with your main workout, you can finish it off with static stretching. Static stretching is pretty beneficial and it could help a ton after a workout. It can help you recover faster after the workout, and it will also help with your flexibility overall. I mean, for stretches you don't really need to do much, just a 30-second hold for about 2 sets. So about rest time. What I want you to know is rest is also really important in a workout if you want to build muscle and strength. So this is how long you should rest. So for compound movements, you should rest for at least 3 or more minutes between sets. You want to physically and mentally recover from your last set so you could perform better in your next one. Now for isolation movement, you should rest for at most 90 seconds. Because you're working on a smaller group of muscle or just one group of muscle, you will recover a lot quicker. You should rest at least 5 minutes or more between exercises, because you will be able to recover and of course get some of your energy back for you to perform on other exercises, so you can push yourself hard on your next exercise. But of course don't rest too long. Now you want to rest for at least 2 days before working on the same muscle group again, because those are the time that you're actually building muscle and strength. So yeah, so rest hard and train hard. Rest days is also important. If your muscles haven't recovered by then or you're still aching, you should either train with lower volume or take the day off. This is especially important if you're starting. You want to listen to your body, give all the rest it needs. Now while you're on your rest day, you should probably do some other form of exercise other than resistance training, like cardio. Now how much should you train? So when you're starting, you probably should just train for about 2 days a week. If you want to, you can do 3 days. So if you can already do multiple pull-ups and you want to increase the reps, it's pretty simple. You want to add more volume and progressively overload your muscle. Now one thing I want you to remember, first thing is to start small. Start with a smaller intensity or volume, because if you never worked out before or haven't in some time, it's going to be really sore. You will not be able to use that muscle for a couple of days. You also want patience. This will take time, so don't give up and trust the process. You want to stay consistent with your program. If you have one or decide to make one, stick to that for at least 3 to 4 months to see how much you will improve. Don't change it too frequently. I've made that mistake and I hit a plateau for some time. So trust the process. Man, you want to work hard. If you don't train yourself to failure or close to it, you're not trying. You should get to the point where it gets uncomfortable or hard to do that exercise, but not to the point of pain. If you feel any pain, you should stop, especially joint pain. Speaking about joints, I also want to talk about that. Your joints develop slower than your muscles. If you can already do a harder progression, but your joints hurt, you should diet that down. Go back to easier variation for a couple more weeks so your joints can develop. So lastly, taking breaks. If you feel like you hit a plateau or you are injured, you should take a week's rest, or as long as you necessarily need it, until you fully recover. Remember, resting is as important as your training. អរគុណអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានមើលវីដេអូនេះខ្ញុំចាំមើលពេលខ្លះចាំខ្ញុំធ្វើវីដេអូជានិយាយជាខ្មែរដែរប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំចង់និយាយ announcement មួយខ្ញុំបង្កើតក្រុមមួយដែលតាក់ទងអំពី fitness អំពីហាត់ប្រាណនេះហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងអ្នកណាដែលចង់ចូលស្របហាត់បានយូរអ្នកដែលត្រឹមចាប់ផ្ដើមចូលក្រុមហ្នឹងមកដើម្បីអ្នកណាដែលចង់ជួយអ្នកដែលចាប់ផ្ដើមឬអ្នកណាដែលត្រឹមចាប់ផ្ដើមត្រូវការជំនួយអញ្ចឹង and of course like subscribe and comment share this video all of that. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching.